So I got to say right up front that I really like Rebecca Romajan. I think she looks great on camera. She always does a really nice job. And she played one of the best X-Men ever, which was Mystique, you know. And I think out of all the X-Men around, Mystique probably has the power that's the most interesting, okay? Certainly the one you'd probably want to have if you had to select one. That's my opinion. So I was kind of interested in this movie because she is the star, and I thought, well, I'll give this one a little bit of a watch. And you know, the basic story is there. It's a story we've all seen before, so it's offering nothing new. But there is so much agenda in this movie that it really, really hurts this film from an entertaining standpoint. We have a woman who directed it, MJ Bassett, and as a result, she has infused all of this estrogen garbage in it, and the movie really, really sinks to new lows. How low? Well, cinematic class is about to begin. Your professor is in. Greetings, salutations, another sundry affair. I am your cinematic professor and purveyor of truth in movies, and tonight's lesson plan is a film called Endangered Species. Now, we've all seen movies like this where, you know, a nice round American family goes out on a safari, things go wrong, and suddenly they're confronted with the wildlife of Africa, and it's man versus nature, and usually man does not fare well in those kinds of situations. So the type of movie that we're watching here is something we've all seen before. As I said, Rebecca Romajan is in this. Philip Winchester plays her husband. Isabel Bassett is in this. She plays the daughter, Zoe. This is probably the most irritating character in the entire movie. But I have to mention her because she not only plays Zoe, but she also serves as the writer of the screenplay. Okay, so maybe that's where some of this really mindless tripe behind the story was coming in from. And Jerry O'Connell is in this, and you know, it was nice to see him in this role because this role is a little bit different for him, and you kind of get tired of watching him play the big chidrul all the time, you know. So this was a little bit different role for him. The name of the movie is Endangered Species. Here's a look right now.
Tough guy, huh? Maybe not so tough.
If I want a roller coaster, I'll take Six Flags.
Lighten up. It's a vacation. We wanted an adventure.
Whoa.
Heaven, Jack. I've landed in heaven. We are just outside of Amboseli Park.
Must be your first time here.
Well, this is Africa.
Nice to meet you.
This country's gonna eat them alive. Welcome to Africa.
Look at this.
It's beautiful.
Oh my God. What are you doing?
Off-road adventure.
Hey, Dad! No. Oh my. Look at the baby. Are you seeing? What are we gonna do?
Can you hear the whisper?
We've got no car, no signal. Can someone get my insulin?
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm no more equipped to deal with this than any of you.
Mom?
It is gonna be all right.
It's not safe! What are we gonna do? What the hell are you doing out here?
We just need your help. Please call someone.
Dad, they're poachers.
They weren't gonna help us.
Tie them up.
We've hunted pretty much everything. You're our first human. The end of your story is easy. Arrogant American family comes to Africa. Africa embraces arrogant American family.
3, 2, 1.
Get back here! Welcome to the jungle.
I just want the family vacation to be special.
Okay, so I told you that there's an awful lot of agenda that is infused into this story, and what's the okay? So let's see if I can. It's supposed to be a typical American family going out on a safari vacation. All right, now we got to back up just a little bit because this is far from your typical average American family. We find out in the course of events that Rebecca's been married twice. Her first husband apparently died. This is her second husband. So the daughter belonged to the first marriage. That would be Zoe. And she is just totally antagonistic against this new dad, even though the new dad came into her life when she was only 2 years old. All right. So she's got a chip on her shoulder that's unjustified. I mean, nobody remembers their first dad when they're only 2 years old. It just doesn't happen that way. Yet she's totally belligerent. And, she's not going to appreciate her father until after it's way too late in the movie. Now, the kid he has in the second marriage is a total gay blade. And he's having a hard time. The father is dealing with that. Hey, that's understandable, okay? And the son is under more pressure because he feels his dad doesn't love him because he's queer. But the dad is trying to say, I wish you weren't, but I still love you. So that's a whole messed up thing. And then Zoe, the daughter, has this boyfriend who is, wow. I mean, he's just like a drugged out, like a Seth Rogen type, I guess, and it's just like, get this guy the hell out of here, okay? So the whole family is off on a screwy part to begin with. We find out through the course of the movie that this safari vacation, which the old lady definitely wanted to go on, is actually not a good time for this because the old man's in trouble with his job. He might lose his job and they shouldn't be spending this kind of money. So when he puts things together kind of on the cheap, naturally all the blame for everything that goes wrong falls on him. He's no good, all right? And I got to admit, there are an awful lot of mistakes made for this family to find themselves in the situation. One, maybe two mistakes you could say, yeah, I can see where somebody could do that. There's a plethora of mistakes here. It's like a waterfall, on this thing. And it's like, nobody could be that dense, that they would make this many mistakes. So we have this situation. We have some real nice shots that are, substituted for the Kenya Park, and we have some CG animals thrown in there, specifically rhinos and hyenas. Although I got to tell you, the leopard steals the big scene in this thing. He does a really good job on it. You'll like it a lot. Our director of photography for this was Brendan Barnes. Our editor was Andrew McRitchie. They all do a fine job. The movie comes in under time. But, this whole movie ends up, and I don't want to give away the ending, but I want to at least tell you how this agenda runs all the way through. Bassett has run this all the way through, and really, you're fighting lions and tigers and bears, oh my, but the bad guy is the man, because the man is trying to run the family unit, and we all know that men who try to run a family unit are patriarchs, and patriarchs are bad. Families should be democracies. You don't get anything done that way, kids. Wake up and smell the coffee. So this guy is just, they wimp him out to the 9th degree. And every time he tries to, take a step forward, he's got to be beaten down and smacked down by these whiny, bitchy women. And unfortunately, he succumbs to all of them instead of saying, get your act in order and let's get the hell out of here. And then, of course, It's going to be essential that this guy dies, because what we're left with at the end is the ideal family unit according to the progressives, which is a single parent mother leading the family unit comprised of queer kids. There you have it. It's the Democratic Party. It's Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's utopia. And it just makes for bad celluloid all the way around. Not even Rebecca can save this one. Hell, she spends half the movie laying in a comatose state. And now, did you ever learn what you have learned? Here endeth your lesson.